Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop again this week. Last week for a while, I'm guessing, because, as we all heard, Diamond has shut down, so there'll be no more distribution of comics. I thought there was supposed to be another week or two, but I don't know. And anyway, my shop, being in New York, had to close, but they could hand you your stuff out the front door. So we weren't allowed to go into the store. You showed up, handed them money, they handed me your stuff out the front door. So got 6 comics this week. Let's start with Once and Future. What number is this? 7? Yeah, this was originally supposed to be a 6-issue series, but I guess it sold well enough that they decided to make it ongoing, which I'm fine with. It's a sort of King Arthur story, except that King Arthur was kind of the villain of the piece in the first 6 issues, but we'll have to see where they take it from here. I have no idea. Kieran Gillen, Dan Mora, and Tamara Bonvillain. Good stuff. Always enjoy that. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, a True Believers. True Believers, Empire Vision. The Law. What is the... I don't remember that cover at all. I know it's always a giant size Avengers number 4. That's why I don't remember it. Empire. I don't know what this has to do with Vision. I guess there's probably some origin stuff in it. Let's see who does it. Don Heck and John Tartag, which is Tartagliano. Was that his name? I think he had a longer name than that. I don't know if I've ever read this giant size Avengers or not. I could have, but if I have, yeah, look, I must have read this a long time. Might even be on my shelf. I'll have to check. But if I have read it, I haven't read it since 1981 or something. So it'll be cool to read a fresh new copy of it. Speaking of haven't read it since the 80s, here's Rosario Jimbo, Color Classics number 3, which I just saw. Sleepy Reader said he just saw in the catalog this is a 9-issue limited series now, whatever that means. So I don't know. Are they not gonna color all the rest of Usagi, or maybe they're gonna renumber it after 9? I don't know. But I'll continue buying them. I enjoy these. Are the early Usagis that are now in color. They were in black and white back in the 80s. So I'll enjoy reading those all again because I haven't seen them in years. Then we got Folklords, issue number 5, as he's going to... I think this is a mini-series too. I don't know how long this is supposed to... Is this the last issue? Let's just look. Let's just look and see if there's an end. It doesn't... I can't tell. This might be the last issue. What it ended last week, Black Stars Above issue 5 was the last one. That was pretty good ending too. So this might from that cover it looked like it might be the end to this. But I'm like I said, with these Boom Studios and these little companies, they don't tell you if it's a mini series anymore. So I'm not sure if it's a mini series or not, but I assume it is. Just don't know. And then another reprint. The Hulk 182 facsimile edition. This they're reprinting because Wolverine is in the first couple of pages. Herb Trimpe is the pencils and inks on this one. So I think, is he only on the first page, Wolverine? I think he's only on the very first page. I don't even see him after that. After that, there's no Wolverine. So I think Wolverine is only right there. I'll have to reread it. I haven't read this in a long time. Did I have 180? I can't remember if I ever had 182 or not. I might not have ever had this one. I can't remember. But enjoying these facsimiles, enjoying the True Believers, because I like them old Marvel stuff a lot better than new Marvel stuff. Then what else do we have? Monstrous, issue number 27. Issue number 26 was good. That feels thicker than normal. Issue number 26 was good because some ass kicking started. After 26 issues, the war finally came to our lead character and some of the other characters. And she with the monster inside her, started ordering people around and kicking some ass. So we'll see what happens now. Looks like they're lining up to get their papers. I don't think that's as exciting as ass kicking, but good series. Enjoying Monstrous all along. then our last one for the week, magazine. Love and Rock. I guess Cerebus was supposed to be in this week, but I guess it wasn't. I wonder why. This is Love and Rockets. Gilbert and Jaime Hernandez. They split it up, and so there's we get some Maggie and Hopi stories in part of it. We got some Palomar stories in the other part. There's Fritz. I just read that whole big Luba book a month or two ago with Fritz in it. That was really good. Love that Jaime artwork. But yeah, another love. There hasn't been one out in a while. Man, I just love flipping through these. I'm gonna have to get some of these. Like, I sold most of my individual issues over the last few years. I had just like, because I never looked at them, and I want to get some more of the collected editions. Because it's actually, I mean, I do enjoy reading Love and Rockets whenever a new issue comes out, but it's actually a hard book. Because sometimes, like, they're each doing a story or two in here, it's actually hard to, like, put them all together. Like, if I wanted to read Love and Rockets, it's much better to read it in a collected edition because they collect all of one story. Because this might be two stories, this might be 4 stories, this might be 3 stories. So when you pull out all the issues, it's like, ooh, if I want to read, if I want to read all of Jaime's stuff, I got to read this story, this story, but then the next story doesn't have to do with this one, so I have to pick up the next issue. So these are a lot easier. Like, as much as I love and will still buy the individual issues, these are much easier to read in the collected editions. So I want to get some of those. I have like the complete Jaime Hernandez volume 1 and 2, but that's the extent of my collected editions of Love and Rockets. So I want to get some more of them, especially the Gilbert. I don't have any of the Gilbert stuff collected. Like, one day, like I said, I took Luba out of the library and really enjoyed it. One day I'll get a copy myself, but not right now. Let me show you a little artwork back here. What do we have? Oh, we have 2 things. Nice color Dreams of Things. I just colored this one. I think I had the inks done on for a while. That's what I do. I print out, I pencil it up and then print it out on this board. And like, I have ones in various states. Like, I just finished inking this one over here, so I have them in various stage of finish. So that if I feel like working on drawing, I work on the penciling. If I feel like working on inking, I work on the inking. If I feel like working on the colors, so it's like I can just kind of pick one that's done at a different in a different place and do it that way. So I always have, this is what, 82 and this is 84. I think I have up to 89 pencils just sitting around waiting for me to work on. But I did another one of these big ink drawings back here. We've got, I said this one comes with a story too, because we've got, this is that's kind of the king or the pharaoh right there. Very, very, and here's the all-seeing eye. That's, I don't know, the great god Horus looking at, and this kind of reminds me of Monstrous, as a matter of fact. Because in Monstrous they have masks, and when you put on the mask, like these old demons come into you or something. And that mask kind of, it's like you put on the half mask and some weird old demon comes into you. So we've got greater gods, lesser gods, and the God King going on that one. I don't know, that's just the story that came to me as I was doing it. And this is also interesting. This is an image. I think I drew this in 2007. I was just like, I want to work with an old image. So I went back into my digital files and found, I may have made a print out of this back in 2007. I don't remember. I'm going to look it up. But it would look quite different than this now, because it's like I did put all this black into it. So it'd be interesting if I can go find that print from 2007 and compare it to the one I did today. All right, well, don't know if I'll be getting comics next week. No one seems to have any idea what's going to happen. But if I get comics next week, I'll make a video and show them off. And if I don't get comics next week, maybe I'll show off some comics I got in 1987 or something. So you guys all have a good week out there.